class. I hope you're all good now. You're healthy, you're safe in your respective homes, and I hope that you are doing good sa inyo ang mga module. So, what is TOWS or SWOT analysis? Okay, if you can recall sa ato ang previous na video and naapon na siya sa inyo ang modules, the second and third process of the strategic human resource management process would be the external environment scanning and the organizational analysis. Okay, so actually class, kaning TOWS analysis or SWOT analysis, it's actually a tool used by organizations para makahelp silang identify sa ilang external environment and for their organizational analysis. No? What does TOWS stands for? So, TO. Okay, TO stands for threats and opportunities. Okay, so threats and opportunities, this actually refers to kadtong sa second process bitaw, no, the external environment analysis, external environment scanning. Okay, so when we say threat, no, threats has something to do with things that might affect the business negatively. And while opportunities, these are the things that is happening outside the organization that might affect the business positively. Okay, kay threats man and opportunities. So, threats, negative effect. Opportunities, positive effect. Na may inyo ang guide in identifying the threats and opportunities. Can you still recall the PESTEL, no? Unsay, what does PESTEL stands for? P, political. E, economic. S, social. T, technological. E, environmental or ecological. L for legal. So, you will have to analyze PESTEL, no? And try to identify if it's a threat or if it's an opportunity. So, let's say, sa environmental, what is happening sa environment nato? Nagka-COVID, no? COVID. Is COVID a threat or an opportunity? So, if naamo sa usa ka organization, let's say, nagka-COVID, sa ng COVID, that's a threat because threat na siya, magkasakit ang mga employees. Pero, depende po na ninyo, saan ninyo pag-justify. Maingon mo, COVID is an opportunity. Why? Because we will be able to use this particular program nato, this particular services because nagka-COVID. It actually depends on how you will view it in terms sa context sa usa ka business. So, in terms sa context sa usa ka organization. So, that's how it goes. Okay, that's for the TO. Okay? Now, let's go to the WS. Okay, WS stands for weakness and strength. Sa weakness and strength also, dito na nato ni siya sa third process bitaw, no? Dito ni siya agatong organizational assessment. Okay, so you identify what are the weaknesses of the company. You identify what is the strength of the company. Remember, you assess your organizational strength and weaknesses in terms of your resources and management. Naabay pundo, naabay funds ang usa ka business. Is the business liquid? Is the business solvent? Unsa ba? Taas bag productivity ang mga employees or not? Since this is human resource management, let's try to examine in the context of human resource management. Naabay enough nga manpower ang usa ka organization, ang university naabay enough instructors to do the job. Okay, so those are the things that you need to examine. So daghan pa na siya kaayog mga aspects, class. Now, in analyzing the weaknesses and strength, dapat nakaila jud ka sa imong organization. So that's why before ka analyze sa usa ka SWOT or TOWS sa usa ka organization, dapat nakaila jud ka sa company. no? Nakaila jud ka sa organization, nakaila ka sa mga employees, because if you are not familiar with the environment, you are not familiar with the culture, if you are not familiar with the processes of the organization, you cannot objectively and effectively identify the strength and weaknesses of the company. Okay? So, dapat ready ka na. Kay haphazard lang, for compliance lang ang imo ang pag-analyze sa TOWS or SWOT, dili na siya effective. Now, class, I would just like to share in my previous work experience bitaw, no? Our organization have always been identifying TOWS or the SWOT. Unsay mga SWOT, mga strength, weaknesses sa company, unsay mga opportunities and threats ang nakapalibot niya. And mas na-appreciate yun nako ang iyang use. Kay before, mo na ko nga, laborious man kaayo ning mag-identify og SWOT, mag-SWOT analysis. Intensive kay siya, mga brain draining ba. Pero when I really realized ang pinaka-purpose gud niya, mas na-appreciate pa nako, mas makabuluhan ba ang process ang mga SWOT sessions namo before, when I realized nga nag-identify di ay og SWOT, nag-identify di ay tag TOWS, so that we can create effective strategies for the business. Usahay makalimot magud na. Usahay ma-focus lang ta kaayo ba sa pag-identify sa TOWS or sa SWOT without really intending i-identify data siya nato for a purpose, and that purpose is for us to be able to create effective strategies for the organization. Now, talking about the purpose, and that is the strategy, diba? Strategy formulation is actually the fourth step of the strategic human resource process. Okay? So, that's why, diba, if you can see sa inyo ang module, ang SWOT or TOWS analysis, ako gina siyang gihimong major requirement for this subject, for this course, because this is important. No, this is important, class. That's why I am suggesting to use a particular template. Use this template, and it's also in the module, naka-Excel file na siya, so that it would be easy for you to see all the TOWS. Naka-matrix man ni siya. TOWS matrix man ni. So, para pag makita na ninyo unsa kaayo tanan, makita di ana tanan at one glance kung unsa ang TOWS, dali ra ninyo pagbutang sa unsay strategy din ha. So please see your modules, and I will also post the link below para ma-access ninyo ang file. Ani siya. Okay? So actually gihimo lang ni siya nako nga Excel for efficiency purposes, kay mas dali ka maggama og mga tables, mga columns, mga rows if naka-Excel. And now, if you're not familiar with Excel, class, I highly recommend nga for you to get to know Excel. Daghan kaayong mga YouTube tutorials about Excel. So please educate yourself. And siguro naapoy other nga mga worksheet apps, no? nga applicable pod, nga same pod siya function, pwede po na siya ninyo explore, but for this one we will utilize an Excel file. Okay, so if you have any questions, just post it sa ato ang Google Classroom, and I will try my best to explain it dito ra pod. And with that being said, this has been your instructor, Ana Flor Adrias, saying to you, learn to learn, share, and live. Okay, bye-bye.